Azam, Part 339. Gandhi had opposed the two-nation theory and vivisection of India, but he had nevertheless written as early as April 1940, "I know no not-violent method of compelling the obedience of the 8 crores of Muslims to the will of the rest of India. However powerful the majority the rest may represent, the Muslims must have the same right of self-determination that the rest of India has. We are at present a joint family. Any member may claim a division." Now he's trying to make a case against the congressional leaders and Gandhi too. So let me read them. 2 years later, the Congress Working Committee, in its resolution on the Cripps proposal, voiced the same sentiment when it affirmed that it cannot think in terms of compelling the people of any territorial unit to remain in the Indian Union against their declared and established will. Under the impact of the League propaganda and the political deadlock with the government, the Congress position on the question of partition was gradually softening. In 1944, Gandhi, in his talks with Jinnah, not only accepted the principle of partition, but also discussed the mechanism for the demarcation of boundaries. In 1946, Congress, after much hot searching, accepted the cabinet mission plan with its loose 3-tier structure and a central government which was unlikely to have the powers or the resources to maintain the unity of the subcontinent. In this fashion, the Congress Party engineered the partition of India. None amongst them then stood up to say there will be no compromise on the geographical oneness of India. The AICC meet of 14 and 15 June 1947. A special meeting of AICC was then called in Delhi on 14 and 15 June 1947 to adopt a resolution accepting Mountbatten Plan of Partition. As announced on 3 June, at this meeting there were several voices of dissent raised against this proposed partition. Among such speakers as Chotram Gidwani from Sindh, who bitterly criticized the resolution as a total and abject surrender to the blackmailing tactics of violence resorted to by Muslim League under Jinnah. Amongst others of the Congress leadership that spoke were, for example, Purushottam Madas Tandon, who firmly stood out against the resolution till the very end. In a voice charged with emotion, he shared his anguish with the delegates. This resolution is a counsel of weakness and despair. The narrow government has been unnerved by the terror tactics of the Muslim League, and an acceptance of the partition would be an act of betrayal and surrender. Let us rather suffer the continuation of British rule a little longer than the sacrifice our cherished goal of a united India. Let us gird up our loins to fight, if need be, both the British and the Muslim League, and safeguard the integrity of the country. Let us gird up our loins. अपनी लुंगियों को खींच लो, टोंग लो, to fight, to go for a fight, if need be, both British and the Muslim. And we may fight against the British, we may fight against the Muslim, and get ready for it, and safeguard the integrity of the country. The loud applause that greeted Tandon's speech gave a note of warning to Congress leadership. Of all the other interventions in this fretful meet, remarkable were those by Lohia and Jaya Prakash Narayan, in Lohia's own words, boring us to himself, and Jaya Prakash Narayan, Mahatma Gandhi and Abdul Ghaffar Khan, none spoke a single word in opposition to partition.